One quiet Tuesday morning, a ragged man walked into Mr. Harlan's small hardware store in the heart of town. His clothes were threadbare, patched in places, and his face bore the deep lines of hardship. He paused just inside the door, scanning the aisles, before approaching the counter with hesitant steps. "Excuse me, sir," he said, his voice low and almost apologetic. "Do you have any work available? I'll do anything. Really, I just need a chance." Mr. Harlan studied him for a moment. Business was steady but not booming, and the store already had enough hands for most days. The man didn't look like the typical hire, worn down, uncertain. Yet there was something in his tired eyes, a raw honesty, that made Harlan hesitate before sending him away. "Why don't you have work already?" Harlan asked plainly. "Nothing comes free in this world, you know." The man looked down at the counter, then met Harlan's gaze again. "I've been in and out of prison for a few years. Mistakes I can't undo. I've applied everywhere. But as soon as they see my record, the door closes. I've been getting by any way I can, but it's hard." Harlan could have turned him away then and there, as so many others had. Instead, he thought of the delivery truck due that afternoon and the backlog of heavy boxes waiting in the back. "Tell you what," Harlan said. "I need help unloading the truck today. Start there. If it goes well, we'll talk about tomorrow." The man's face brightened with a flicker of hope he hadn't shown in years. "Thank you. I won't let you down." That afternoon, he worked with a quiet ferocity. He lifted crates without complaint, stacked shelves neatly, wiped sweat from his brow, and kept going long after most would have slowed. No shortcuts, no excuses. Just steady, determined effort. For the next 2 weeks, he arrived every morning before the store opened. He swept aisles, assisted customers with a patient smile, fixed loose shelf brackets, and organized the cluttered storeroom without being asked. Day by day, Harlan watched a transformation. The man wasn't just working to eat, he was working to rebuild something inside himself. One payday, as Harlan handed over the envelope, the man paused. "Thank you," he said quietly, voice thick with emotion. "I know what I was. I know what people see when they look at me. But you looked past that. You gave me a real chance. I'll never forget it." Harlan nodded, suddenly aware that the decision had changed more than just one man's week. It had reminded him of something he'd almost forgotten. Nearly a month later, the man, now called simply Tom by the regular customers, had become the store's most dependable employee. He arrived early, left late when needed, and took pride in even the smallest tasks. He no longer worked merely to survive. He worked because he had begun to believe once again in his own worth. Moral: a single act of compassion and a willingness to see beyond someone's past can unlock the potential for redemption and change. Sometimes the greatest difference we make isn't in giving someone a job, it's in giving them the belief that they deserve one.